welcome to today's weekend insight. All right, so the situation that I got is a situation where you are being called to change your process of doing anything. It could be whatever, right? Whatever fits this description. If you need to shift and change something or tweak something in how you do things, this is for you, okay? And so, the first things first, I want to see if we're coming at this shift or change from a victim perspective or a victor perspective. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share what perspective are we coming from? Are we coming from a victor perspective or are we coming from a victim perspective? Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my viewers, please come forward and share what headspace are we coming at this from? Are we coming at this from the headspace of a victim or a victor? Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And we got a victim. We are coming at this from a victim mentality. So, if we're coming at this situation where we are being asked to change and shift, if we're coming at it with a victim perspective, that means that we feel like this change is being imposed upon us. That what I'm picking up on is that this change is being imposed upon us. We don't like it, we don't want it, but we have to. And we are not pleased with that fact. And so, what scripture card is going to help us best deal with this unwanted change? So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my viewers, please come forward and share how can we embrace this change that is being imposed upon us. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share what scripture card will help us best deal with this and embrace this change. Please, God, angels, and guides. And we got Matthew, book 7, verse 1. And this card says, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged." So when we are in the victim mentality, we feel that the group asking us to change is asking a lot of us, and when we don't want to change, we begin to judge because we're like, well, who died and made them king? Imagine the imagery I'm getting is, well, the king. Or maybe they were the king from the start, and then you're just like, I don't want to change, basically. And so you're judging the king in this situation, the person who has power over you, or who actually gets to choose. Let it be the CEO of the company, let it be your wife, let it be your kids, let it be whatever. Whoever has the utmost priority in this situation. And you're judging them because you're not completely happy with the situation of the fact that you need to make a change. And so this says that in those moments where you feel like the victim, where you feel like you don't feel like making the change, where you don't feel like doing anything, and you feel like the only thing that you can do is judge, because other than that you have no other recourse, or you have no other option of things to do, because you will have to like obey their command, but you don't have a choice in the matter of needing to change or having to change. And so don't judge them, because you don't necessarily know the entire picture. But then when you see the reason why you had to change, then you'll be like, oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, so now I see it. Alright, I see where you're going with this. I see why you wanted me to change. And this goes hand in hand with the same thing as God. God asks you to change. You first go, well, why do I have to change? Why can't he change it? Why can't God change his process? And blah, 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 blah. Right? But in reality, when you take a moment and you understand that in the moment that it is happening, you might not get it, but later on you'll get it. That is basically all that you need to do. You might not know why this is happening now, but you'll understand in retrospect. In retrospect, you'll get it all. You'll understand everything. Okay? Let it be from that relationship that didn't work out the first time around, or that job that you could not get because of something. Maybe, you don't know, maybe there's a much better job waiting for you down the road. Or the person that you are interested in isn't at their peak, isn't the best version of themselves, the version that would work best with you. So you need to wait for them to become that. And that is what God wanted you to do, to wait for them to become the best version of themselves so that they can be the best partner for you. And this is something I've seen many times in people, that they're not happy with the current situation. They want to create something more, and so they decide to make God the scapegoat and put all the blame on God or Jesus or whatever, when in actuality it's not necessarily the case. Just because you can't see it does not mean that God does not have a higher calling for you or a higher purpose for your life, and that there's something better waiting for you in like the next chapter of your life. Just because it didn't work out this time around does not mean it'll never work out. So what I want you guys to think about, alright, is there a situation in your life right now that is not panning out exactly the way you want it to, but that you might not understand why God is making you wait, when in actuality God sees it all and God has a reason for that specific wait, and it'll make sense to you later down the road. So ponder that.